The Ford Fox Sports 1 College Hoops Pre-Tips, sponsored by Ford. Go further. It's a hot ticket in Omaha. An early season test has the home crowd fired up as the 18th ranked Oklahoma Sooners are in town. Fox Sports 1 College Hoops has the Oklahoma Sooners tonight taking on the Creighton Blue Jays. Good evening, everybody. Alongside Bill Raftery, I'm Kevin Kugler. Welcome to CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska, for a very intriguing November matchup. Both of these teams looking for a test.
It's a great barometer to find out where you are at this early stage of the season. But, you know, I think the threes with these two teams, I think it's the power game. Who gets in the lane and finds the big fella.
You want to see experience? Take a look at the Oklahoma Sooners starting lineup. This is about as experienced as it gets in college basketball.
They are loaded. Of course, the addition of Tayshaun Thomas gives them some bulk up front.
And for the Creighton Blue Jays, some new faces and a new one in the lineup tonight in Isaiah Zierden.
Shoot the ball well, playing solid.
There's Zierden getting his first career start. The sophomore out of St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Those numbers a big reason why Isaiah Zierden is getting the start. 17 points, shooting 50% from three in the first 2 games of the year for the Jays. Artino and Thomas ready to jump it up. And we're ready to get this one started in Omaha.
And right now, Kevin Kugler, the Sooners go.
Austin Chapman and Toby Hegner, one of the newcomers for the Jays. Hegner's been strong early. The three, no good, and the rebound to Ryan Spangler. That's what Spangler does, crashes the glass.
Professional rebounder. You'll notice they'll be trying to run Creighton off that three-point line.
Thomas, the Houston transfer, 97th career start. Here's Heald for three. He still has not missed this year from three.
Boy, he is tough and confident. Out early.
8 for 8 to start his season from behind the arc.
Straight up man, solid, always in the proper space for Lon Kroger.
Austin Chapman trying to get around Woodard. Hegner enters it into Artino, and the left hand won't fall.
Good call, though. Get it inside. Really tough on the perimeter with the D.
Woodard. Now Heald. Driving it in, and Heald with a left hand. 5-0 Oklahoma.
Boy, when you can shoot it, you control with the bounce as well.
Big 12 player of the week this week, off to a very good start tonight. Here's Krecklow, transferred in from Cal.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds, the turnover.
Rocky start.
Lon Kruger, 4th season as Sooners head coach. He's been around the world a few times.
He sure has, and successful no matter where he's been.
Terrific head coach.
A little taste with the NBA as well.
Oklahoma off to the hot start tonight. Here's Cousins. Heald from the elbow. 3 for 3 for Buddy Hield.
This is really great use of the screen. Terrific footwork. And of course the bonus of being unerring.
He's trying to get into some sort of an offensive flow here. Krecklow trying to help, driving against Thomas, and he draws the foul.
They're going to be forced to bounce it.
Greg McDermott, the head coach of the Creighton Blue Jays, is in his 5th season at the helm of the Jays. Awfully successful as well, but he's seen Oklahoma a few times and has been on the wrong end of those scores. 1 and 4 against the Sooners.
A lot of people, of course, I think the one win Creighton had was when he first started in TV and radio, 1921, if I'm not mistaken. This is going to be tough on his offensive scheme because they're going to have to use the dribble. They're going to have to get some inside hoops from the big fellas because the Sooners are just in them, tough.
Krecklow able to get on the board now. 13 for 16 at the line this year. He's gotten there a lot. He's been effective. Isaiah Cousins.
A nice use of the baseline rub. Look at this kid.
First miss for Heald.
Big thing, Kevin, you got to stay attached to Heald.
Chapman. Hegner tried to set the screen. Zierden in the corner. And Artino cannot keep it in play. It'll belong to the Sooners. DJ Bennett in for the first time tonight for Oklahoma, the 6'8 senior from Chicago.
Yeah, Bennett kind of a kid, great length, long, athletic.
Been around a long time. Lon Kruger likes that experience coming off his bench.
Really helps, particularly when you're visiting. There's certain toughness about kids who've been around.
Spangler for three.
Yeah, he's been working on it, they tell us.
That was not an aspect of his game that was really big last year. He wasn't as much a scorer as they wanted him to be.
I think Lon's trying to get him to think a little more offense.
How dangerous is this Sooner team if you add offense from Spangler to the mix?
Well, they are in it on the D.
Chapman for three. Spangler working hard and out of bounds. It'll belong to Oklahoma.
Not able to turn the corner and find. You're having contested threes are very tough to knock down. Right in you. Good attention to detail. Little show. Challenge that jumper. When you're stepping in or kicking opposite and get easy looks. A lot easier for Creighton.
Great way to start on the road for Oklahoma. 10-2 to start, defending well. Jays 0 for 4 from the floor.
No easy looks either.
There's Cousins around the screen from Bennett. Bennett the fadeaway. And there's Devin Brooks just off the Jays bench, looking in push.
Well, this is his game, drive and draw. That's why he's on the floor now.
Artino got free. Hegner couldn't get it to him. Good work by Spangler.
Check, great hands, harassing the passer.
Now Brooks on the dish. Chapman.
Everything tough. Nothing easy.
0 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 4 from 3.
Lon Kruger telling both of us they're not going to permit them to get those clean looks. Good attention, good spacing, close out, hand up. Nothing. Simple.
Last 3 shots for the Jays have been behind the arc, not finding the range right now. Coach McDermott telling us today, look, we're shooting a lot of threes. I know it, but we have to. That's how we have to score. And a foul down low. Kreklow working against Spangler down low, and a timeout on the floor. Kreklow picks up his first, and a big start for Oklahoma, led by the Big 12 Player of the Week, Buddy Hield. He's got 7 early points, and the Sooners lead by 8. 15:51 remaining first half. Oklahoma off to a great start on the road. A 10-2 lead over the Creighton Blue Jays. Buddy Hield, a big reason why.
Unbelievable. Of course, he went to the skills camp. Kevin Durant was so good. He went to LeBron's. Outstanding. Anybody who can shoot the ball and set his man up, he is a tough out. You really got to stay attached on pin downs. His ability to shoot threes. Look at that open look. Casual delivery. Nice cross. Switch the hand here at the rim. A talented kid. They talk about his verse. Steve Henson just saying he puts in so much time. Meets him every morning at 8:15 to go over shooting, and he's been up at 6 already. You're just coming in at 6.
Well, I think we have our roles reversed, don't we? And the inbound, Zierden with the steal. Here's Brooks on the attack, and Brooks is fouled.
That's what they need, easy baskets. And how do you get them? Creative defense. Didn't run the out of bounds. Lon Kruger really upset how they ran their inbound set. Just alert, zone up, and Zierden facing the ball. And this is one you would hope a kid like Brooks could finish as well and get 3.
Smart play, though, by Zierden, and that's what he brings to this Creighton lineup. He brings the smarts, a son of a coach, knows what he's doing out there on the floor.
What do you say, high IQ? I was never accused of that.
Brooks with the free throw. Perfect on the year from the line, Devin Brooks. 9 for 9 so far to start this season. Roll, and it's a 10-4 ball game. The Jays trying to get this big crowd behind them here in Omaha.
Switching on the perimeter, trying to stay at home. They got the offensive pin down. Spangler, I think.
No, looks like Hield.
Or Bennett.
That's 2 on Hield.
I think it may be Bennett.
It is on Bennett. You're right. That is his first. A break for the Sooners. Heald reacting as if it was on him.
That drives coaches nuts, though. Just Kenny, don't move. The guy doesn't set him up. It's his mistake, not yours. Hansen could be a factor here. They need some toughness on the floor.
Zeered an open three. Got the look, but couldn't get the roll, and then taken away by Brooks. Brooks blocked by Spangler, and look at Spangler holding him off to get the rebound.
Tough kid.
Spangler, oh, he wanted his second three.
Ooh, the arm.
And Woodard with his first.
I remember A. Jordan doing that against the Jazz a few years ago, and they didn't call it. Anytime you extend, good footwork, and that's what Chapman does, that football mentality. The toughness about the little guy. Look at a good shooter on the floor now. They haven't been able to turn the corner and create help side defense and get that open look.
4 straight turnovers for Oklahoma. Jay's trying to take advantage of the extra possessions. James Milliken off the bench for Creighton. Denzel Walker on the floor for the Sooners.
Nice dive.
Taken away by Walker. Heald in the corner. Got free, didn't get the roll.
Nice.
Chapman. Krecklow with the two.
How about the look away, too, by the little guy? Clever.
And the bounce back by the Jays, and everybody's standing in Omaha. Spangler, he'll sit him down.
You know, it's one of those deals, you're not that upset defensively, but if he keeps making them, it will be a puzzle to be solved.
Milliken wanted Hansen working against Bennett. Krecklow, the guarded three. Heald had it, lost it, and out of bounds off the Jays.
Anytime you get something in the open floor, you got to convert, but just solid D generally has set it up. And here, good rebound, and the nuggets. Creighton style, little peek left to finish. Bedlam from Cal to Omaha with some flair.
Number 11, Isaiah Cousins.
Good finish and the good push by Austin Chapman, who's being asked to be the leader of this team. A lot of departures after last year. Chapman's got to take that leadership role. Coach McDermott says he's ready to take that on.
He said it's unpredictable. A lot of these guys have not been in this position before. Good checkouts.
Chapman again. Milliken for three. And Spangler with another tip rebound. Well, he works down there.
Cousins does a nice job prying.
There's a foul on Brooks.
Booker trying to make sure he doesn't get that open three look, but a little small change giveaway. Kevin, you are big out here, by the way. You kept talking about it. I didn't believe you.
I try to sell it as much as I can.
Vendors, everybody come up caressing.
I'll try to rein it in during the course of the show tonight.
Well, your humility.
Never been accused of that. I appreciate that. Bennett.
Why leave?
Oh, Booker. He'll like that look, though.
Yeah.
Second chance.
Oh, they should give it to him again.
There's Walker.
Much better on D of late.
Cousins against Milliken. Whoa, look, nifty scoop by Isaiah Cousins.
Wow, what a nice finish around the rim. He can drive and find as well.
Chapman, the floater, won't get the roll, but the foul will send Austin Chapman to the line.
Oklahoma foul number 11, Isaiah Cousins, his first team.
It's tough in that lane. Of course, counter that with the ability to pounce and draw the attention. A little maneuver. And Mount Vernon, a little city style. Explosive. Another one of those diligent workers, according to the coaches. They're proud of how much effort these kids put in at Oklahoma.
First foul on Cousins, sending Chapman to the line. His first free throw good. 4 substitutions now for Oklahoma. Kadeem Latin on the floor. Tayshaun Thomas returning for the Sooners. And that'll send Bennett and Spangler to the bench for a breather.
Well, Latin's going to be a nice player down the road. Long, great extension. Gonna get some time to learn now. Early in the year, if Thomas wasn't going to play, he'd be on the floor.
Good pedigree as well for Kadeem Latin.
Grandpa and Mom, right?
Yeah, Mom, WNBA, Grandpa on the Texas Western team who won the title.
Yeah, they later I think played with the Nets.
Thomas on the spin with the left hand, and he can't get the roll. Jeffrey Grosel in there on the defensive end. Chapman on the attack, and he'll go to the line once more.
Well, he can duck and really get to that rim. Step it up a year.
Oklahoma foul number 2, Denzel Walker, his first.
Nice job, Brazil just hanging tough here. Kid who was injured. Gives him a nice backup situation if he can provide a lift. Love Chapman's attitude. Defense has enabled them to get energized in the open floor.
Oklahoma's cooled off a bit. Creighton using a little more transition than perhaps was anticipated. The concern was the Oklahoma transition game.
Isn't it amazing? Listen to both coaches fearing similar things. But the big thing with Creighton is you don't want to play against that set-up Oklahoma defense. They are tough.
Isaiah Cousins.
Automatic switch on the perimeter. Equal size.
Here's Thomas. Got the roll. Tayshaun Thomas. They think he can provide him a little bit of everything. Defense, offense, rebounding, you name it.
He's had a good career prior to this at Houston. A 10, 12-foot jumper, so vital on penetration.
Struggled in the opener, but he found out just 17 hours before the game he was going to play. Got his waiver late. In and out off the shot from Toby Hegner.
Nice run.
And the foul inside on Milliken.
Pretty look, but the big guy getting to the rim.
Kadeem Latin going to the free throw line after the timeout here in Omaha. Excellent work by Isaiah Cousins getting to the rim to help Oklahoma stay up.
And in our coverage on Fox Sports.
Brooks around the screen.
Well, should have taken it, I thought. Nice
Artino put it on the deck and he walked with it.
Brooks, I thought, had a chance to finish, but at the other end, all about great use of the bounce. Gather, draw, and then find your partner. Bring it on. This is nice to have a guy at the other end with that ability to catch and send it in, Kevin.
Now the Sooners back at it. Up 7 on the road. Wanted to play here because this is the closest NCAA tournament spot to Norman.
Nice
Thomas
drive.
on the drive again, and he lays it in.
Just really solid individual performance on that play.
Chapman will back it out.
Nice help by Spangler. Too much dribble. Got to finish now. Good giveaway, don't you think?
Pretty good look by Brooks in there to find that look between two defenders.
Nice thing that they do over the years here is slip screens. And Artino, in practice last year, they do a lot of that. But the bigs, because the activity of Doug McDermott was a lot of attraction last year.
Woodard's got 2, Cousins with 2 fouls, so a little foul trouble in the backcourt for the Oklahoma Sooners. Breklow returns. Hegner will sit down. 1 for 3 tonight is Hegner, but he has helped on the glass, 4 rebounds. And in comes Zach Hansen. Jays getting it done at the line. That's keeping them in the game. 10 for 13 at the charity stripe.
A lot of Creighton people looking for Hansen to step out. Well, he's got some talent. See if we can give him a lift, particularly on the defensive end of the boards.
There's Spangler. Heald had the hot hand to start. In some trouble along the end.
A lot of ball screens, sideline, empty side, top of the key.
7 to shoot as Woodard launches. Spangler crashing and can't hit it. Now numbers for the Jays. Chapman for 3.
Nice ball movement by Brooks. Very unselfish, good play.
crowd back into it as the Jays creep within 5 here in Omaha. Healed. Oh, the air ball. Spangler's there. Great look by Spangler to Woodard.
Boy, the advantage when it doesn't hit the rim to the offensive team. You don't get good vision as a defender. Well, these crowds in mid-season form, aren't they?
It's a good basketball game to start things off. A little uneven in parts, but for where we are in the season, excellent work and good work by Booker on the steal. Booker against Brooks, one-on-one, left it short. Heel with the follow, won't go, and there's Hansen crashing into the ball.
That's what he's got to do, be physical.
Krecklow.
Nice pop.
On the drive, and a foul going the other way on Krecklow. His second.
To the naked eye, was he outside the restraining area? What a beautiful pump fake. Now he was out.
4:43 remaining first half. Kevin Kugler alongside Bill Raftery in Omaha, where the Sooners have opened up a 31-20 lead. They found their range again from behind the arc. And Lon Kruger's squad starting to feel a little more comfortable on the road.
Sure, Tayshaun Thomas showing what he can do with the open floor and making that pass for the open three. I'm impressed with him defensively, too. He's getting a little blow right now.
Back on the floor is Kadeem Lattin, the 6'9 freshman for Oklahoma, taking the place of Thomas.
If you go to the rim, you got to finish because they are explosive, the Sooners.
OU along the front line, 19 points, 12 rebounds combined for the front court. Brooks left alone, and another rebound for Oklahoma. They're controlling the glass right now, out-rebounding Creighton 21-13.
Yeah, Sam Brooks has really worked on that shot. I don't know if that was the time for it, though.
Ingel Walker. Popping up is Booker. Nice. Got through the hands of Walker and a turnover. Booker turned down the open three. He's regretting it right now.
No question about it. They really ran that set beautifully. Inadvertent turnover.
Oklahoma 31, Creighton 20, 3:57 remaining first half at the CenturyLink Center in Omaha. How did we get to this point? Well, for the Oklahoma Sooners, it was a fast start from their leading scorer, Buddy Hield.
He's a very talented kid, no question about it. As well as he can play offense and a good start. They made the extra pass, hustled, and particularly on the defensive end, they created a lot of havoc. They don't not making shots certainly hurt Creighton when they did get a decent look. Of course, not being able to finish right here, you don't want to foul if you're a guard because the bigs are able to contain and in some cases negate the opportunities at the rim.
We talk about Oklahoma, we talk about the offense. They had the highest scoring average in 20 years last year at 82 points per game. The defense doesn't get enough love on this Oklahoma side. First 56 minutes of this year, they've held their opponents to 5 of 32 from three-point land. You're going to win a lot of games playing defense like that all the way out to the line.
That's the first thing Lon said today. What do you think? Are we going to get them off the line? And that's what they do best. So you've got to turn that corner, find people. You need some post up. You need some aggressive basketball at the rim, too. Box set, different look.
Biggest lead of the game for Oklahoma at 11. They have led throughout in this one, thanks to the hot start from Hield and good defense.
And they are right there on the catch. Not a good play here.
And the turnover numbers for Oklahoma. Hield going end to end. Can't get the roll, but he gets the foul. Hegner picking up his first.
You can't feed defense either. You got to use your head. Any situation, you got to value the basketball. Too much traffic here. Just pick the basketball up. But this help defense, so conscious of being in the right spot and then exploding to the other end.
Oklahoma's forced 3 turnovers in the last minute. And Hield to the line, hits the first. 6 Creighton turnovers tonight. 8 points off those 6 turnovers for Oklahoma. They're cashing them in, and they lead it 32-20.
And Thomas back on the floor. He must have been a happy guy the day he found out he was eligible, huh? What, 17 hours you said?
17 hours before the game.
Ooh, the old Durham slapped the floor.
Saw a little old school from both teams in the pregame. Creighton had the chairs on the floor.
I thought I was back in grade school. Nice slip of the screen.
10 to shoot for Milliken.
Really not getting any place this trip. You have to settle for a tough shot.
4 to shoot. Milliken's got to launch it.
Good check out. Good position.
Oklahoma's doing a lot right in this first half.
So well schooled. Ready early in the year.
Thomas against Artino. And Artino the rebound. Tayshaun Thomas is going to be a force for Oklahoma this year.
There is. Talented kid.
Chapman around the Artino screen. Nice screen by Artino. But the miss, and the Jays are ice cold in Omaha. 4 for 21, 19% shooting in the first half.
Getting looks like that is okay, though. That's what they've got to get. They can't be rattled. Get into their offense quicker. Easier said than done with this outstanding defensive team.
Healed past Zierden. Artino, good help. Hegner. Now Chapman rotates around to Zierden. 20 to shoot.
They react great on the D. Don't fight on the pump. Get right after the guy.
Milliken driving into the teeth of that defense, and he gets the 2.
You've got to work, don't you, to convert against this team?
Well, you almost exhale every time you score the 2, just out of relief that you got a bucket.
A little spurt here would help Creighton certainly on its defensive end. See the composure now of Oklahoma, a lot of options.
Walker, nice hands by Hegner, and a good effort by the youngster.
Sure was. Face the ball, good vision.
He's a little, I think he got a beverage on top of him as he crashed after that ball.
How about that? A little bit late, he realized he could come up with it, but right there. Is he of age?
He's an underage spill.
Could be a problem.
Toby Hegner.
That's a first.
If Mom's watching, Toby wasn't doing anything wrong, Mom. Don't worry about it when he comes home.
It was the other guy's fault. Laying it all out. They need a lot more of that in the floor of play.
Yeah, look at his buddy. Picked up his beer. I'm not letting you knock mine down.
He'll be slugging it, splitting the drink.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Timeout taken by Oklahoma, allowing Toby Hegner a chance to find a blow dryer and get cleaned up after that one. Coming up next on The Ultimate Fighter, the quarterfinals begin as 2 fighters enter the octagon looking to earn the first spot in the semifinals and keep their dream of a championship alive. Don't miss an all-new, hard-hitting episode of The Ultimate Fighter next on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
A lot of talk at halftime, I think, for Greg Miller about an execution, setting your guy up. This is a flawless defensive machine right now, Oklahoma. They are in mid-season form on that end of the floor.
How much of that is the experience level that Oklahoma is playing with versus the experience level that Creighton has on the floor?
Very much so. You know, Creighton's trying to find people to do some things. You know, they're not sure who it will be each evening, and that's an issue for them when you play this level of competition.
Still cleaning up the Hegner spill.
And one of the fans crying in his beverage.
What's left of it anyway.
Will they give him a refill, you think?
I don't believe they will.
No.
The perils of good seats.
He said, I can't get a break. I got a Gucci Rose seat and I lost my beverage.
Have you seen a sadder shot, Raph?
No.
The empty beer?
All the Irish guys watching are lamenting.
His buddy's reminding him that he's still got a full glass because he picked his up. Boy.
That'll teach him. Have a cup holder.
checking his phone. Hey, you're on TV. your beer spilled. 1:18 to go in the first half. Oklahoma with the 11-point advantage.
Nice screen. Oh, is that pretty? The inbounder gets right behind Spangler with the read. Nice execution. Whew.
Spangler had 10 double-doubles a year ago. He's closing in on a double-double in the first half. 8 points, 7 rebounds for Spangler.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute.
Their baskets are coming easier, don't you think?
No question. Chapman bounces to Artino. Nice layup is good.
Very creative. Again, the ability to slip. Artino, a little chant as he runs back.
Oklahoma's baskets, you mentioned, coming easier. How much of that is how hard Creighton has to work on the offensive end,
very much
carrying over to the other side?
No question about it. You're thinking a little bit. They make you question your shot delivery. Sort of a pin-down series. Hill trying to beat his guy. Tough shot.
And now the last shot for the Blue Jays with 10 seconds to go until halftime.
Brooks likes to go right to the rim.
Zierden trying for a little momentum.
That would have been big.
And the heave won't go for Chapman, and halftime is here. It didn't happen at any point last year at home for the Blue Jays. They were never down at halftime. But right now they are down, and down big. The end of the first half, our score, Oklahoma 35, Creighton 24. After the break, we'll get you to our Fox Sports studios for a news update. Creighton and Oklahoma in a battle, and the Sooners winning the battle so far. You're watching Big East basketball on Fox Sports 1.
Halftime between number 18 Oklahoma and Creighton. The Sooners lead 35-24 at the break. Welcome inside the Fox Sports 1 newsroom. I'm Ryan Fielder with a Fox College Hoops halftime update. We'll get you back out to the CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska for the second half in just a bit. But first, we get you caught up with some other highlights from around the country this Wednesday night. We start with Cincinnati playing host to Morehead State. Pick it up in the first half. Shaquille Thomas doing his best Shaq impersonation with the block down low. Here come the Bearcats. Farad Cobb open on the wing. That's through. That puts Cincinnati up by 5. Later in the first, Cobb, this time under pressure on the wing. No worries. Bottoms up from downtown. Bearcats up by 11 in the second half. Meantime, Rutgers playing host to Fairleigh Dickinson. First half, Justin Etu blocked down low. That leads to a Scarlet Knights fast break. Miles Mack, Bishop Daniels, the easy 2. Later in the first, Rutgers now with a 9-point lead. Etu again, watch him get up for the offensive rebound, battling for it. Eventually gets it back, knocks down the fadeaway jumper. Scarlet Knights up by 15. That game also in the second half. Meantime, San Diego State basketball coach Steve Fisher agrees to a 3-year contract extension. Fisher, in his 16th season with the Aztecs, has led San Diego State to 8 NCAA tournament appearances, including 2 Sweet 16s. Fisher, of course, best known for signing the Fab Five while he was at Michigan. Can the top-ranked team in college hoops actually beat the 0-10 Sixers in a 7-game series? Well, Eric Bledsoe thinks so. The Suns guard and Kentucky alum said on a radio show, quote, "I definitely take Kentucky. I think Philly would probably get maybe 1 game." How about that? And tonight on Fox Sports Live, we'll go one-on-one with the coach of the number 2 team in college hoops, Arizona's Sean Miller. That's tonight following the Ultimate Fighter at 11 Eastern here on Fox Sports 1. And tomorrow, it's a Big 12 showdown as number 12 K-State travels to Morgantown to take on the Mountaineers of West Virginia. Our coverage starts at 7 Eastern right here on Fox Sports 1. And with that, that'll do it for this halftime update. Can the Blue Jays keep up with the number 18 Sooners? We're about to find out as we get you back out for the second half in Omaha. That comes your way after the break.
A CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska. And the folks inside a little bit surprised right now. They're not used to the home team trailing in a basketball game, but they're down 11 at halftime. Kevin Kugler alongside Bill Raftery, and we saw a few stunned faces around here. This is new to them.
It's very unusual. I mean, the defense was exceptional for Oklahoma. And, you know, who's going to take over? Who's going to do some things in a positive nature? A lot of puzzled looks, I think, on the offensive end.
Take a look at some of the highlights from the first half, and a lot of these highlights involve the Oklahoma Sooners, who got off to a solid start offensively, inside and out.
How about Woodard with that little hesitation now, the back screen on the baseline off the out-of-bounds. Spangler able to ring the bell, and the defense just causing indecision, a lot of pounding, and no really good cut screens, no quick hitters. All those problems stemming from excellent defense leading to some run-out opportunities at the rim, unable to finish, able to turn it and go the other way. So it's really been a struggle for them. And the people here, you're right, unaccustomed to the inability to score. 24 points, used to get that in the first 10.
See the numbers, 2 for 14 from 3. Not going to help. Getting out rebounded, second chance points, everything favoring Oklahoma right now, and thus Creighton trailing at the half for the first time since February of 2013 against Bradley. 35-24, the Oklahoma Sooners with the 11-point lead on the road in Omaha. We're back with the second half in a moment. Oklahoma by 11. Kevin Kugler, Bill Raftery, our entire Fox Sports 1 crew at the CenturyLink Center in Omaha tonight. Creighton is in some trouble in this home winning streak. 20 straight they've won at home. They've never trailed in the second half, at least during this streak, and that one's gone at this point. Who knows what happens as the streak comes to its close, perhaps in the second half. Jay's going to have to rally.
A lot of things have to change, I would think. They got to become more comfortable on the offensive end, execute properly. If they get to the rim and can't finish, kick it and find some people. But this is a fine-tuned Oklahoma team. The addition of Thomas is extraordinary.
Confidence level very high with Oklahoma right now.
He doesn't have to bulk up, too. He can step out, mid-range, pretty good with the bounce. Drop step.
Thomas with the left hand, got the roll.
And that's extraordinary. Good control, great feel at the rim.
What a pickup. A guy who's got 96 starts under his belt. You plop him right in the only spot you have open in your starting lineup.
It's amazing.
Brooks, starting the second half, got hung up inside, and Woodard the rebound.
That's the problem. Get to the rim and come up empty.
Thomas on the run with a one-hand flush.
Thomas. Wow. Can get down the floor.
Hegner for a moment thought about launching that deep three. Artino against Spangler. And the rebound by Cousins.
One and done, conceding offensive rebounds was the fear of the open floor.
Spangler hit a couple of those from behind the arc in the first half. He's closing in on a double-double, 8 and 8 so far. Looking for double-figure points, and he got it.
That fake before just sets it up with confidence, makes the defense be honest.
What a start for Oklahoma out of the locker room. 7 straight points for the Sooners. And they've opened up a 42-24 lead, and they've done it with a flourish.
How about this one? A strong, individually open floor. Bringing it all. The dish, the conclusion, punctuation. Thomas, promise.
The NCAA makes a call 17 hours before a season opener. Says this young man is eligible right away. Lon Kruger says, I know right where to put him in the starting lineup.
I think Lon did a little praying for this. What an addition, and tonight bringing it all. Just screen and pop. Made that early in the game. Nice little touch. I like his mid-range game in here. Just in the right spot, but the talent to complete the deal. With some impact and wow. Leaving it all out there. Number 3-5. Solid.
Had just 4 points and 3 rebounds in the opener. And you talk with Oklahoma and they say, well, you know, he just found out 17 hours before he was going to play. Hadn't played in either of the exhibition games. Didn't get a lot of opportunities on the floor.
Well, they knew what they got. Spangler here on that little cut, little nickel dimer.
Cousins with his third. Give it to Cousins, so Booker will check
give it to
back in. Yep, Cousins got his third. So he sits down. What does Creighton do here? How do they start to get a little offense going?
Well, I think getting good shots, and I think they've got to make better decisions at the rim. They're not completing the task. Guys got to create passing lanes off penetration like that.
Egner hits the open three.
Now this is the end. They got to be as tough-minded as Oklahoma has been.
Egner trying to light a fire under this crowd here in Omaha.
Maybe that early shower helped it.
Here's Thomas, long jumper. Oh my goodness.
The whole package, huh? The repertoire.
He's hitting out there. He's working inside. What a weapon. Chapman lost it.
Went to pass it.
Unforced error. Creighton gives it up.
You know, one thing I would do is get Hegner, keep him busy, because Thomas does not want to come out on him. He's got to learn how to move. That's one thing Doug McDermott did great without the basketball. You're a scorer, you got to learn how to do that.
Thomas on the attack against Artino. And look who's in there. Spangler battling for it, but it's Hegner who gets the ball.
And Spangler may have gotten away with one.
Here's Searden, open three.
Little push, little life.
Jays need the life after the start for Oklahoma in the second half, but Creighton back within 14. Can they answer on this end of the floor? Thomas.
Back screen for Spangler and a pop out.
They'll back it out, 12 to shoot. Woodard. Spangler alone. And the air ball for Spangler. Now Jays in transition. Chapman for three. 3 threes for Creighton in their last few trips. And they're back within 11. They hit 2 in the first half. 3 here early. Healed, swatted by Artino.
Wow, a little impact by the big guy. Well, that's why they're so good at home. Think you got an easy one? That's what you need from the big fella. Artino, a presence in there. Somebody at the rim. And a little cheerleading as well.
Healed. Oklahoma trying to right the ship a little bit now. This crowd has come alive. Thomas backs out to Healed for three. And Brooks the board. Creighton on the run.
Oh, you don't need that. Why?
Healed in the open floor. Oh, nifty move. Great bounce. Spangler can't finish. And then a foul. Healed picks up his second, and momentum shifting a little bit to the guys in blue. The crowd fired up as well. Creighton creeping back within 11. Creighton on a 6-0 run, back with an 11, 44-33. Thanksgiving on Fox Sports 1 has your fill of holiday hoops with the Continental Tire Las Vegas Invitational. First, the Fighting Illini take on Indiana State. Then the Baylor Bears shoot it out with Memphis for a trip to the final. It all begins Thanksgiving Day at 5 Eastern, 4 Central on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. The threes, the answer for Creighton to get back in.
Can they sustain it? That's the big thing. A lot of effort to get back to what it was at halftime. Good ball movement. Very positive on the defensive end. early. Stick. Good judgment has to prevail now. Can the Sooners get back in control defensively and also got a little into some one-on-one magic at the other end?
3 for 3 in the second half from 3 for Creighton. Greg McDermott said we got to shoot those threes. That's how we're going to score. Problem was they didn't hit them in the first half.
And they were all contested too.
Hegner, the youngster, on the move. Look at the battle inside. Hansen wins the board, gets the bucket and the foul.
That's what they need, some toughness. And Hegner did the right thing. I don't think Thomas can play him. That far from the rim, he's a stretch guy. The pros call it a stretch 4. But Hansen, a kid, good physique, looks like he's got himself in great shape, has some hops, and has some range too.
Hansen, 9-0, Creighton run. And the Jays back within 8. They were down 44-27 before the run. Thomas, the turnover. A little confusion. Rare tonight for Oklahoma.
It's interesting. A lot of guys have a signal, whether it's a fist that I'm going to go back to her. I think he was supposed to go anyhow. Not a good play. Woodard.
This game has changed in a hurry.
This is a great atmosphere for college basketball, though. They do their part.
Brooks on the attack. Reverse. Got the hole.
Loves to go to that side of the rim.
Jays within 6. And everybody standing in Omaha again.
Nice to have this guy involved. Little ball screen. See if they can trap him. Go short.
Way short. May have been partially tipped. Chapman on the run. Hegner for 3. This place might have exploded. And the rebound for Spangler. He's got a double-double.
That's their game. Push it and find the open guy.
Heald, a pretty good guy to look to right now. He's been pretty quiet since the fast start.
Got a piece of him, too. Got away with that. Zierden.
Chapman. 6 minutes into this second half. What a turnaround. Chapman. That's a 4-point ball game.
This kid's a great leader. He really is a solid guy.
Is it November or is it March in Omaha? 44-40, Oklahoma by 4. If you're grading on a scale, the first half of this test was Oklahoma in a big way. But so far, Creighton has flipped the script in this second half. A 13-0 run. They're down just 4.
And now can Oklahoma maintain some composure now? Settle after the timeout, run their stuff, get away from individual play, and toughen up, balance the floor on the D.
No field goals since 1749. They're 0 for 7 in that stretch. Woodard in trouble. 11 to shoot. Thomas tipped up and in by Heald.
A nice ball fake by Thomas, too. Didn't make the shot, but solid.
And that breaks the 13-0 Creighton run.
Oklahoma not running the offense as quickly either because of better defense by Creighton.
Chapman, Hegner at the top. Hegner got the roll and died on the back of the rim.
A slurp.
Hegner helping the charge. He's got 9.
Sliding by.
Thomas. The dish for 3. And Booker can't get the roll. A little frustration showing for Oklahoma.
And Zierden is really playing good defense on Heald. Right on him, forcing him to give it up.
Not long ago, this was a 44-27 Oklahoma lead, and Creighton can tie it on this possession with a three.
Well, a lot of confidence the way they run their offense now. You got to tighten it up for Oklahoma now. Stay at home, try and contain the dribble because they find people beautifully.
Hansen, 1-point ball game.
Off the dribble.
What an atmosphere tonight.
Who wants it? They really need some inside presence right now, Oklahoma.
Spangler will try to provide it. Backing down against Hegner. Here's Thomas. Thomas over Hansen.
Tough shot.
Chapman the rebound. Jays can grab the lead for the first time tonight with a bucket here. Zierden for three. Woo! Timeout, Oklahoma. Creighton leads for the first time tonight on the Zierden three.
Who would have thought? Unbelievable effort. Not as contested as they were earlier in the game, so you get the great look. How about the signal by the coach? He's enjoying it too. These kids, they're winners. They won last year. They believe in themselves. And this is a very good Oklahoma team. See if they can right themselves. Generally speaking, you rely on your guards now. Maybe a little too much individual play. A lot of dribble, backing guys down. Get into their sets a little bit more might help them.
A 24-4 Creighton run. And they're on another 8-0 run over the last 93 seconds.
And different people popping up. Hansen playing a little physical around the rim, stepping out for the 10-footer. Hegner, the range with those 9 points.
What a turnaround in this early November test, a test that's proving very testy for both teams tonight. Creighton answering the call in the second half.
Once again, Zierden really concentrating on Hield.
Cousins for three. And Oklahoma going cold from outside. Good play by Cousins. Got in the air and threw it off Zierden to keep the possession.
Zierden should have grabbed it. Big play.
Timeout on the floor, 11-14 to play in this second half, and the Jays lead it by 2. If you stepped away and are just returning, 48-46 Creighton, you've missed a lot. Tonight's New York Life keep good going stat, and I'll tell you what, you look at the shooting percentage from one half to the next. Creighton trying to keep that good going in the second half. And it's going very well right now for the Jays from the floor.
And I think adjustments at halftime, too. Running their set, ball movement, penetration, finding the open guy, not rushing things. Just very, very organized, the offensive end, and driving, and also some toughness at the rim. And Zierden here, back where he was the last couple of games, stroking that deep one. What a comeback.
Now Oklahoma with the challenge. Hit one of their last 13 from the floor.
Trying to post Hield a little bit. Nice help. You got to recover, though.
Hield started 3 for 3. Since then, 1 for 10. The long 2 for Cousins is good, and we're tied.
Nice silencer. Use that high ball screen.
Now Zierden. His 3 gave the Jays their first lead a moment ago. Chapman on the drive, got the contact and the foul. DJ Bennett picks up his second.
He is tough. Chapman's a nice feel for the game. Those draw people, get the body contact, get a chance for 3. So many teams do a good job of defending that ball screen, showing big. Oklahoma did early, but lately not available.
How about this line developing for Chapman? 11 points, 6 assists, 9 rebounds. Wow. You and I were talking earlier today. Creighton has never had a triple-double the old-fashioned way. Points, rebounds, assists. Benoit Benjamin had 3 in his Jays career, all with blocked shots as one of the components.
Well, you're doing your homework out here.
Got to keep up with you.
Benjamin, of course, long run in the NBA as well. This is just incredible. They've been able to get the poise after struggling to get clean looks in the first half. Creighton's just solid. And right now, I think Hield's got to do a better job getting himself free.
Now Cousins on the bounce to Hield. And there's the 3 for Hield.
Nice little pin down. And the high Zierden got caught.
Freklow, haven't seen much of him late. Zierden for 3. Oh my!
Don't give that kid space.
He's got 11, and the Jays back out on top.
Nobody's showing on the ball screen.
Halfway through this second half, Cousins, the floater won't go. Thomas tips out the rebound. Or rather, Bennett tips out the rebound. Here's Hield. Back-to-back threes. Big Buddy Hield.
Big time delivery. 2 in a row.
He's got 17 to lead the Sooners.
Really extending now. I don't know if they have to be out that far. A little more vulnerable to turn the corner.
Walker's second. And Zierden again with a 3.
Isaiah. This little ball fake here sets it up. You can just see the defender 4 or 5 feet away, not in position to assist whatsoever. And Bennett's got to do a better job.
Chapman against Cousins. Splits, drives. Chapman with a finish.
Unbelievable. Leaves, turns the corner, in traffic.
Jays by 1. Hield wants it. He's starting to heat up again.
Martinez got to go. They're going to ice it on one side. Unable to.
And a foul's called as Hield on the drive with a little push against Will Artino. Austin Chapman showing this Jays comeback's not all about the 3.
Now we talked about all the guys that left here, but this guy is back for more. Talking about his leadership, his understanding of when to do things properly. Getting a little blow now as they rotate people in the stretch run.
Hield the 3. And Artino the rebound. Buddy Hield's just asking for that shot every time down the floor right now. Milliken, penetration with a left hand, and the rebound tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Oklahoma. It's going to stay with Creighton, rather.
Well, they're able to get to the rim. To contain a little bit better. You're going to get burnt on the kick 3.
Thomas in for Spangler for the Sooners. Kadeem Lattin off the bench for Oklahoma for DJ Bennett. On Kruger going back to the bench again. Jordan Woodard returning to the lineup, and Buddy Hield getting a little breather before the under 8 timeout.
Pretty good move, yeah. Nice pose. Much better help this time.
13 to
nice
shoot.
catch.
Freklow inside, lost it, and it's out of bounds to the Jays. 11 to shoot for Creighton.
Nice find by Artino. This in traffic is a terrific gather. Artino. One thing over the years, Creighton has been a good passing team.
Artino off the inbound from Zierden, works it up, and Lattin the board.
This is going to be a gut game, don't you think? Coming down the stretch, lots of more.
Thomas and the foul on Artino, that's his 3rd. First glimmer of foul trouble for the Blue Jays. Cousins out there playing with 3 for Oklahoma.
Well, Hanson's been playing well when the last couple of minutes, so if he At least they can get Artino out if they feel the need. Much better on that back screen.
Good feed to Woodard. And the long rebound to Milliken. Zerden just trying to keep out of trouble down there. Now Brooks on the attack, all the way to the rim, and Latin with a pin.
Nice, that long arm, the reach, negates.
Woodard on the attack, got the contact, can't get the roll, but he's going to the line. Timeout on the floor. Oklahoma and Creighton battling in early November for a quick non-conference win. It's Big East College Hoops on Fox Sports 1, presented by New York Life, and tonight from the CenturyLink Center in Omaha. The Creighton Blue Jays and the Oklahoma Sooners locked up on a good one, 7:40 remaining in the second half, and let's listen in to the huddle.
We don't have to get it to him on the first side. Just be patient and keep it moving. We'll get it in better shots right now. Yes, we're shooting better shots and we're defending better. That's what happened. All right?
Well, that high-tempo offense that Coach McDermott put in a few years ago has paid big dividends. Look at those numbers in the NCAA since the 2011-2012 season.
I think some of the material changed the philosophy too, don't you?
I would say Doug McDermott may have played a role.
It's a great recruiting look too, as you well know. A nice comeback this particular game. Solid, moving the ball a little bit better. And Oklahoma's defense not as tenacious, so they've got to regain that level of play.
Chance at the line for Jordan Woodard. Had doubles in 18 games last year, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists tonight as he hits the first.
Big when your point guard can make free throws. Last year about 77%.
One for 2. We're tied at 55. Oklahoma's hit just 4 of their last 15 from the floor. Now Chapman energized, and another huge block from Kadeem Latin.
Unbelievable presence.
Brooks tried the pin, couldn't get it through. There's Hegner for the rebound.
Nice aggressive effort by Artino too. Kept everybody busy. The cleanup.
Woodard, nothing there, and he threw it away.
Nice read.
Brooks showing a little patience.
Well, Greg was there with a rope. Gotta make a defense move.
Brooks on the drive. Rebound tipped over to Thomas. Heel on the attack, and a foul.
On the other end, they thought they went inside and out, saying that the rebounder was out of bounds and came in. Greg McDermott down there explaining to Michael Stevens.
Crowd on the other end then wanted a foul against Oklahoma when Zerden went down.
Now a little bit of a movement, no question about it.
Free throws coming with 6:29 to go for Oklahoma. And Hield going to the line.
That last play at the other end, Michael Stevens felt he had to establish himself inbounds on the rebound.
I believe Greg McDermott disagreed with that assertion.
Yes, he did. He was hopping over the line.
One more for Hield, who has 18.
So one thing about Oklahoma, they know where to go when they need some points. It's by committee at the other end for Creighton, which isn't bad either. A lot of kids can step up.
No, but not a bad luxury to have a guy like Buddy Hield to go to when you need somebody to take that big shot. Tie game again, 6:29 to go.
A little pressure. Did a little bit of this in the first half. Straight up man. Looks like they're going to trap out of it. They will attack it.
Zerden left alone, and what a recovery by Hield for the block.
How about that reaction? Don't give up on it.
He's impressive on both ends.
He really is, all out. This is what we saw, that type of hustle in the first half. Zier, of course, unaccustomed to a guy reacting like that.
Austin Chapman. Hegner backs out for three. Early in the shot clock for that deep three from Hegner.
Yeah, they don't mind him taking it, though.
Thomas on the attack, and a foul is called on Hansen. Before the shot, not going to count.
Now, last year, that would have counted. Think about it.
Not this year, though. Hansen with the personal.
A good foot speed, that first step forward. Hansen's got to do a better job containing. Move those puppies.
5 fouls apiece in the second half for each team. What a clean game. Here's Heald off the inbound, and the fadeaway tickles the twine.
Oh, he makes you work.
Another 20-plus scoring game for Heald. Nice no-look, and then knocked away. Hansen trying to keep it going. Coach McDermott over there calling for the timeout, frantically getting the TO.
Good hustle by Hansen, too. Boy, a lot of hands and foot speed. Big fella getting down and dirty. He had possession.
Tonight, stick around for Fox Sports Live as they have you covered with highlights from a full day in college basketball, plus the latest from the NBA, NFL, and NHL. Fox Sports Live is tonight on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Seeing the change again. Oklahoma's reestablished the lead, and how did they do it in the first half? They did it with defense. Jays have hit just one of their last 8 shots. How much of that is Oklahoma D? How much of that takes a lot of energy to come back from 44-27?
I'd say a combo of both, really, but I think the defense of Oklahoma, when they tighten up and stay at home, keep their guy in front of them, it's not going to be as easy to get those nice, clean looks for Creighton.
Devin Brooks. 22 to shoot.
Got to get it in.
Chapman, deep three. Way off.
Plenty of time, too.
Cousins on the attack, and the block from Hegner, and a foul.
Good play by Zier, just to shield, Heald away. Would have been some nice plays, huh? Some nice saves at the rim on both ends. And here, a little hesitation. We saw that earlier. Cousins using that glass to keep it in play. Hegner, known for that deep threat. Good activity on the D.
Hegner was very good in their last game against Chicago State. It's a whole different level of competition.
Yeah,
he's been solid. 11 points tonight for Hegner to go with 6 boards.
The pick and pop for Hegner. Nice penetration.
Zier on the drive, and it's rebounded by Thomas. Thomas 12 points, 4 rebounds in his second game as a Sooner.
The other way, Spangler.
Spangler asking what he did. He can't believe it. Second foul on Spangler.
I think he just moved the shoulder a little bit. Some of the things they're trying to clean up, all the post play as he goes opposite here. Yeah. Just stop. And sometimes the cutter leaves too early also. That's a dilemma.
Zier. Rebound by Thomas again. Jays 0 for their last 6, 1 for their last 11, but still just a 2-point game. 4.5 to play in Omaha.
I think Heald could go inside and do some damage. He's got Chapman on him.
Brooks grabbing the turnover. And then a whistle, and
he got up.
Yep. Can't get up. That's a travel. And the turnover back to Oklahoma.
You can't fall down. You can't get up possessing the ball.
All right, there's the wall.
Yep. Spangler really doing a nice job acknowledging the post. That's where I think they got to get better around the rim.
He's matched up with Brooks right now. He wants it. There he goes.
He's got that little hook. Nice kick out.
Cousins for three. Who's strong.
Nice
Punched
block.
out by Brooks, but Woodard will track it down. Still not a bad idea.
No, very good. Hansen at the foot speed to match Woodard.
This crowd rising again. What a night in Omaha.
They love their hoops here. It's a great atmosphere.
Thomas on the drive and a foul on Hansen.
I thought that was just a play on. How about the confidence of Thomas to put it on and deck and attack?
That's foul number 2 on Zach Hansen. Tayshaun Thomas trying to take on a big role for his new team. He'll go to the line with the Sooners up 2. Winding our way to a great finish in Omaha, Nebraska, alongside Bill Raftery. I'm Kevin Kugler. Oklahoma with a 59-57 lead. Spangler a double-double. Healed the leading scorer once again for Oklahoma.
Spangler, amazing how he gathers those. And Chapman proving great leadership. His fatigue, the factor coming down the stretch for Creighton now. There's a lot of energy to get back in, struggling, coming down the stretch here. One of the last 11, huh?
Their last bucket came at the 7:14 mark in this second half, so nearly a 4-minute drought for the Jays without putting one in.
And also Oklahoma steps it up a little bit, handling screens better. Pleading his case on that illegal screen.
To no avail.
Yeah, exactly.
Both of these teams getting exactly what they wanted out of this game from an early season gauge standpoint.
Absolutely. Know what you have, where you have to go, who you have to go to.
Thomas feeling very comfortable in his new uniform. 13 points, 5 rebounds for Tayshaun Thomas.
He's a face-up power guy.
Shooting 50% from the floor, and he's stretched the lead for Oklahoma to 4. Is Creighton able to find something left in the tank here down the stretch?
Overload left. Nice look.
Good look inside. Hansen.
What a look. What a look. The courage to disperse.
And that's some of the good you see from Devin Brooks. Heel. Pass Zierden. Big block by Hansen. Thomas with a save.
Nice hustle. Very alert. Plenty of time.
Healed a little slow to get up, holding his mouth. Thomas inside. And a turnover. He traveled with it. Healed, still hurt.
And a nice stand-up by Hansen. This overload really sets everything up on this sequence. You can see 3 on one side, and then the ability, something they've always done well here, is slip to the goal, and a wonderful look and gather to the completion.
Here's Devin Brooks bringing it up for the Jays. Oklahoma by 2.
Nice hands. Ooh, alert by Cousins.
Isaiah Cousins, one of those guys that's open in the gym every morning to get in there and work for Oklahoma.
And they're bragging about the kids' work habit. And Thomas really has to run a long way to cover Hegner. That's a tough responsibility.
We've got 2 ADs for these 2 schools that are on the NCAA basketball committee. Joe Castiglione at Oklahoma, Bruce Rasmussen here at Creighton.
Does that mean they're in already?
I don't know.
Well, they play like this all year, they'll both be in.
It certainly has the feel of that kind of a game here tonight, and we're in mid-November.
It's a seeding game already. Get Hegner involved, I think, in a ball screen with Thomas. They go with Hansen.
Here's Brooks to the basket. To
Nice footwork.
Thomas for the Sooners. Heald trying to get free. Zierden has defended him well in this second half.
They're going to go to Thomas on an ISO.
Against the young Zach Hansen. 8 to shoot. Cousins in trouble. And Hansen with a steal. Chapman to Zierden for 3.
Oh, what a rebound by Spangler.
And a great lead to get it to Woodard.
Oh, terrific heart.
Tie game. 1:40 to play and a timeout. Oklahoma.
Now, you couldn't get a better look for Zierden. Puppy's organized everything but. And this is just magnificent. Knowing he's going to walk and finding his teammates. What a terrific play. And Woodard in the right area for the kick out. Boy, that is great effort by the guy.
Double-double tonight for Spangler. 11 points, 11 rebounds. 15 games in double figures a year ago. 10 double-doubles a year ago for Ryan Spangler.
And right now, if you're Oklahoma, they don't have that back-to-the-basket guy. You would think running the baseline with the bumps, see if they can get a good opportunity, good clean look for Buddy.
61-61, 1:40 to go, second half. Fun night.
Worth the trip in the cold weather, I'll tell you. Two programs that, high level of play, solid basketball. Coming back tells you a lot about Creighton. And you had mentioned earlier, they're both going to get a lot out of this performance.
Well, no question. Both coaches talked about with us earlier today. This is a big test, a test to see where we are. And I think they're learning a lot about their teams tonight.
And how far we have to go.
Greg McDermott's team coming from way behind, and Oklahoma able to weather that storm, weather this crowd, and get themselves back in a good footing.
The big thing now is any of the baseline rubs, you've got to help, but be careful of a slip to the rim and a pass directly to the box. They run heeled along the baseline.
One timeout left for Oklahoma, 2 for the Jays. Possession arrow in favor of Creighton.
Sliding that high one. There's that baseline bump. Ooh.
Cousins. Heald. And Zierden with a steal. Zierden looking for help, none there.
Nice heady play.
Now Chapman with 1:10 to play.
All about your defensive principles, spacing, helping, communicating.
Devin Brooks, Cousins right on top of it. Brooks with 6 to shoot, in trouble. Hansen there for the finish.
Pass? I don't think so. In the right spot.
Jays by 2. Cousins will back it out.
Nice denial by Zierden.
Cousins back again. Woodard rimming out. Chapman the board. 24 seconds to go on the foul.
Good foul. Quickly. Who's going to step up for Creighton? The guy penetrating Chapman. This was a shot, obviously, but in traffic, doubling up, smart enough to get to the rim and be in the right position and finish the deal. Hansen, he could be a big help this year, I think, and this one is a heartbreak, a rattler. It doesn't go, and the quick giveaway. Boy, couldn't get a better look, and just see Chapman didn't really challenge that jumper either.
Chapman back at the line. He's 5 for 6 tonight. 1-1 for Chapman.
75%. Solid kid. Now you want to force Oklahoma to take a lot of time by good, solid defense. You don't want to get them a quick hitter. And no gambles. In Oklahoma, I think you got to go right to the rim.
Two-possession game. Woodard on the attack. The three for Cousins. And the rebound to the Blue Jays. They were down by 17 points, and they're 14 seconds away from an upset win.
What a turn of events from that first half. Colossal change at halftime.
Brooks missing.
They got to
And
play.
It's 1-1. Nobody thought so. Clock running.
Go quick.
Cousins gonna back it out. Now try to go again. A lot of time off the clock. And a foul.
You don't want to stop the clock. Pretty good defensive position on the penetration. Ooh. Just moving that leg. If Hansen had stayed still, he may have gotten the call.
Don't forget the Ultimate Fighter coming up immediately following our broadcast here tonight in Omaha on Fox Sports 1.
Got to be ready for the press. Oklahoma. Good gamble. Foul.
Good. One more.
Got to make sure you get free if you're Creighton. You got to have a good passer to take the basketball out. Hegner's a guy who can see over the top. Going small.
Walker coming in. Spangler will leave. Timeout taken by Creighton with 5 seconds to go, up 2.
Very important now. Who takes it out? How many people are going to have at this end of the floor if you're Creighton? How you're going to step and cut, present. You got to go through the basketball on the inbounds pass, establish a pivot foot, be tough with it. You know you're going to get fouled. And conversely, I think you have somebody on the ball now and also face guard the next logical pass recipients.
When you're thinking free throws, Jays tonight are 15 of 19 from the line. Chapman 7 of 8 to lead the way. They're 5 of 6 in the second half.
Yeah, good foot speed too and length denial for Oklahoma. So it's not going to be an easy inbounds pass.
Oklahoma's out of timeouts. Creighton with 1 left. Hegner will inbound.
Yeah, they do have a hand on, big on the basketball, very important. Shadow. That with those long arms. And you can run now, the baseline.
Correct myself, 1 timeout is in the pocket for Oklahoma right now. Got to get it in. Does to Brooks. And Brooks is fouled. 1 second off the clock. 4 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
And Hegner, it was very important he be patient. Good denial by Oklahoma. Almost got that 5-second call, too. Plenty of time now.
Brooks 10 for 11 this year at the free throw line.
This is what it boils down to. They're reaching back. They will perform under duress.
Two shots for Brooks. And Oklahoma has life.
This is big. You mentioned Oklahoma is the 1 timeout, so they can do a couple of things. Get it to half court with a quick pass. Get that timeout and get some sort of a half court shot out of a set.
Ultimate Fighter coming up next.
If he makes it, the opportunity at this point in the game to give the foul, I think, is very important before he gets a chance to make a 3. Whoever may take it for Oklahoma.
Missed them both. And there's the timeout. Last one for Lon Kruger. 3.4 seconds remaining.
Now you got back screen on wings. You can still back screen, go hit the man who put the screen, and of course you advance it as quickly as possible. I think you can get 1 or 2 dribbles. If you could pass it to half court, that would be the ideal. I'm curious to see if they play big on the basketball, put Artino back in or Hansen on the ball to negate vision.
They're checking the monitor to make sure what time should be on the clock. Will the Sooners get any additional time?
I think they'll get a couple of ticks, don't you?
About 3.6 maybe?
Yeah.
.6.
Good call.
That was a math minor.
So much goes into the end of these games now. Executing, cutting properly. Looks like Spangler's going to take it out. Let's see if Artino goes up on the inbounder. Now they're bringing him back. Spangler gets a clean look. Now you want to contain the dribble. Quick timeout after they set it up. A nice use of the last one out for Greg McDermott.
Final timeout for the Jays. So everybody out of timeouts. This is going to happen now.
It will. And they got to force Lon to come maybe with a different look. There's a lot of guys know you may call a timeout and put a look on contrary to what you want to run anyhow.
This Sooner team led the Big 12 a year ago, averaging nearly 9 threes per game. They shot 38% from behind the arc. If you're looking for a team that's capable of winning it with a long-range jumper, it's certainly the Sooner squad.
And they'll probably end up with a long-range jumper, I would think. There's some back screen lob all the way to the rim. I doubt that's going to happen.
They've struggled in this second half, though. 3 for 13 from 3. 9 for 29 in the second half from the floor. So the shots have not been falling for Oklahoma, and they stayed in it a lot like Creighton did early in that first half at the free throw line.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of toughness exhibited by both clubs, I think. You want to force Oklahoma to catch the ball running towards their baseline. Or to the inbounder, I should say, on the baseline. So that they do use, they got to turn and then come up. You obviously want to contain and don't reach in. They're playing straight up man in the backcourt and 3 deep.
Here we go. Final 3.6 seconds. Woodard with 2. Woodard with 1 for 3 and the win. And the Jays pull it out in Omaha.
Ooh, it took a lot of onions to win this one, let me tell you. Big time effort by both clubs. A lot to be gained.
For Bill Raftery and our entire crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Thanks for watching. A thriller in Omaha, our final score. Creighton comes back from 17 down to win it 65-63. Coming up next, it's The Ultimate Fighter on Fox Sports 1.
Yourself in the world.